wanted to spend the first moment with the cosmic consciousness, family and soul tribe in silence, reflecting on what yesterday's card was inspiring us and motivating us and encouraging us to do more of. Because I don't know who do what and who don't do what, so I'll say to do more of. Do your part to illuminate the universe, to illuminate those around you, to illuminate your family members, to illuminate your associates, to illuminate your business partners. Just do your part, no matter how small or how large. Every part is a major part. The world is a stage and everybody play a part. Planet the sign of rose. The zodiac present a window for us to come through and be actors that the signs have a sign. No stops, no blocks, no delays. Some of us forgot that along the way, including myself. I'm gonna say it again. No stops, no blocks, no delays. Some of us forgot that along the way. In this wake up, in this remembrance, in this reminding, hopefully you won't have no more stops, no more blocks, no more delays. I know I don't plan to. Not on this train. Woo-hoo. Students in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness, 3 times. I hope everybody's feeling good for no reason at all. 3 times. We got the windows up, so we're gonna hear life happening around us. We listen to noise and traffic all the time. And a lot of times, we let the noises become our noises. And when external noises become our noises, it causes distractions. And distractions cause disconnections. And disconnections cause conflicts. And conflicts cause accidents. And accidents are mistakes. But mistakes have consequences. I don't know who needed to hear that. That ain't on the page. It's always gonna be background noise. I'm gonna say it again. It's always gonna be background noise. We gotta know how, when, and what we tune to so we can know how, what, and when we tune into. If I took a poll and I asked a question concerning the people we care about, the people we love, whether they're aware of it or not, regardless of who it is or not, I think we all would pretty much agree that we're usually tough on the people that we care about. Am I correct? I stand to be correct. And if you disagree with that, please drop a comment and explain your reasoning. I'm gonna ask again. We usually are tough on the people that we care about. Would you agree? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm still in the right place, because yesterday I did say on Mentally Gone Monday that a lot of times I'm not here so I could be here, but that don't mean I'm not here. that just means I'm in a place that makes it affordable and comfortable for me to be here. Somebody will catch it. I was asked, why do I talk about karma or why the way I do? or more so, why do I like to talk about karma? And it's simple, because karma made me a believer too. How many of y'all out there karma don't made a believer to where it ain't no question about what it is, how it shows up, and what it can do? I talk about karma because karma made me a believer too. If it ain't made some of you a believer yet, it will. Just keep living. But karma made me a believer in a way that turned out beautiful in all the aspects that I have dealt with karma in my mess of a life before I use my life to make it a message. I ain't always think good things can happen to me, nor that at any time did I think good things can happen for me. And a lot of people who would think that they know me never know this about me. I always thought that I had to make the good things happen to me and for me. And many times, some of you might relate to what I'm about to say, especially if you was in the streets. And many times, during the times that I always thought I had to make the good things happen if they were going to happen, most times I ended up in a lot of traffic jams. I ended up in a lot of train wrecks. I ended up in a lot of accidents. And it took a lot of changes for me to truly come into what change is. And I say that to say all those accidents wasn't mistakes, regardless of the consequences they hold. We hear the saying a lot of times, when you know better, you do better. A lot of times, that's not the case. A lot of times, once we learn something to take us to a higher level of what we previously know, or what we have afforded ourselves to know, or what our environments, our upbringings have instilled in us to know, or lack of, we're not always immediately to do better based off the knowing better. All the time we ain't able to go from the place of knowing better to be able to do better just like that. You take experiences. You take experiences. You take trials. You take tribulations. You take tests. For us to know what that wisdom is, or that knowledge is, so we can use that knowledge and that wisdom to be able to take us into the next place, to be able to connect us with the right people, to more so allow us to deal better with ourselves so we can deal better in our interactions. Knowing better ain't always doing better until we have experiences to do better, do the things that we know. No stops, no blocks, no delays, especially yourself, because most of us are our best own worst enemy. We got all kinds of spirits rushing in, wearing skins. I want to remind us that we are not this body that we're in. Ain't no plus ones in the spiritual realm. Each and every one of us gotta do our individual work. Ain't no plus ones. We gotta have our own codes to not get left behind. I repeat, we're gonna have to have our own codes to not get left behind. So that means we're gonna have to pay special and close attention to our life experiences, our experiences through our interaction with others, in every single detail that occurs. I ain't say you gotta know all the details, I say you gotta pay attention. Because our experiences holds codes. Our experiences hold tickets, so to speak. Y'all heard me say it ain't no shortcuts, but it is some secret passageways. Anybody ever played a video game know just what I'm talking about. And if you got the right code, or you know the right combo, you can get through the secret passageway and advance a level. Every level has a code, and when you pass a level, you get a code. You get an access key, so to speak. With the code, you get access granted into further levels, into further realms. But you can't get to a level that you ain't had a code for. As I said before, we do more damage to ourselves than anything, anybody, or any external force can ever do to us. I only said that to say this. We also have the power to do just as much healing on ourselves. Somebody will catch it. We also can do just as much healing on ourselves and to ourselves than most have attempted to imagine. But there lies the power. Imagination. Anytime we research something, and I use that, I use that prefix earlier in the way that I did, knowing that somebody somewhere would catch the way that I use it, if only one person. Anytime you research something, and I repeat, anytime you research something, you're attempting to remember something you forgot you once knew. Now, everybody might not agree with that, but I want to know what the family think about that. Anytime you research something, research means means it's been done before. That means you're doing it again. Anytime you research something, it means you're trying to remember something that you once forgot, that you previously knew. What y'all think about that? I know it sounds tongue twisted. Well, I have a question. Can you forgive people the way you have been forgiven? I don't mean to shock nobody. But can you forgive people the way you have been forgiven? More so, can you forgive people the way you have been required to forgive yourself? Now, I know this is a touchy subject because it requires deep emotional healing and a high level of understanding your spiritual self. Can you forgive people the way you have been forgiven? More so, can you forgive people the way you have had to forgive yourself? Because everybody not easy to love. I'll say it like that. I wasn't easy to love. And it's always easier to ask for permission than have to ask for forgiveness. I'll say that again, because it's easier to ask for permission from a person than to have to ask for their forgiveness. Because forgiveness is a long road on getting back to a place of permissibility. As I said, it requires deep emotional healing and deep and high level of understanding. It ain't for everybody. And if you can answer it, if you can't answer it, that's okay. in time and through experience, we will, however much time needed for you to come to that space that you can answer, each and every one of us. You gotta remember to be unbothered all the time. If you feeling good for no reason at all, or if you can, get yourself in a place of feeling good for no reason at all, or if it don't take you too much time to get in that space, because I don't have people say, man, they don't, they can't do it. And I tell them, you can. You just gotta keep doing it. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. But when you can get in a place of feeling good for no reason at all, the more you're able to get into that space, the more you're able to be unbothered all the time. It's deep. But we gotta learn how to be unbothered all the time. If this is an illusion, why do it rattle us the way it do? Why does it bother us the way that it does? If this is an illusion, and it is, but we still have an emotional connection to and within this illusion to give our being the reality that, in actuality, that we get an opportunity to experience in the skins that we wear. We all spirits here having a soul experience in flesh. So we have to learn how to be unbothered all the time. Stay aware, stay on point, use your discernment, listen to your intuition. When life takes you through troubled waters, and I done been through a lot of troubled waters in my life, and I done troubled the waters in other people's lives. Forgive me. But when life troubles your waters, it's not always a punishment. It's something that was shown to me early, because I do a lot of self-reflecting. When life troubles your waters, it's not always meant to punish you. Sometimes you'll get pushed in deep waters, or you'll get pushed, or life has a way of having you in troubled waters or troubled experiences, only to keep you safe from your enemies, because life has a way of knowing what we need to be protected from and who we need to be protected from. Anytime we need to be protected from anything, unless we get outside that protected covering, then it's on you what happens. But sometimes when life pushes us in troubled waters, it's not to punish us. It's only because life knows that our enemies can't swim. Or you can use life with God, whatever you prefer. When God put you in troubled waters, they know because your enemy can't swim. They know they can't swim, they ain't gonna come out there to mess with you. So you might not like the deep waters that you in, the troubled waters that you in, but you better protect it than being able for your enemies to have access to you. And when I say enemies, I don't mean people. I mean anything that is contrary to your spiritual evolution of being here, so it can show up through anything, people, places, and things. To get better only takes time, energy, and effort. And that leaves me with 4 questions to present to y'all. How bad do you want it? Are you willing to take the time? Are you willing to give it the energy required? And are you willing to put forth the effort? Some may answer that from a desire place, and some may answer that from a discipline place. So I got another question. Desire or discipline? Where are you strongest? Desire or discipline? Where are you strongest? They're synonymous, but they're not the same thing. Salute to those who are continually be self-aware. Salute to those who are continually be self-enlightened. Salute to those who are continuing to be self-mature. Better understanding provides better responses rather than bitter reactions. I'm going to say it again. Better understanding provides better responses rather than bitter reactions. And remember, the divine higher in two. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Feel good for no reason at all. Thank you for the likes, shares, comments, new subscribers, and fellow subscribers. Thank y'all for rocking with me because you rock with me. It's out with the God. Peace.